إصحاح 22.
Matthew 22.
وقعد يسوع يكلمهم تاني بأمثال ويقول:
And again Jesus spoke to them in parables, saying,
تشبه مملكة السماء إنسان ملك
The kingdom of heaven may be compared to a king
عمل حفل جواز لابنه،
who gave a wedding feast for his son,
وبعت العبيد بتوعه عشان يدعي اللي معزومين على الفرح،
and sent his servants to call those who were invited to the wedding feast.
فما حبوش يجوا.
But they would not come.
قام بعت تاني عبيد تانيين وقال:
Again he sent other servants, saying,
قولوا للمعزومين أهو الغدا بتاعي جهزته.
Tell those who are invited, see, I have prepared my dinner.
التيران بتاعتي والسمين اللي عندي ذبحته.
My oxen and my fat calves have been slaughtered,
وكل حاجة جاهزة.
and everything is ready.
تعالوا للفرح.
Come to the wedding feast.
لكنهم اتهاونوا وراح واحد للغيط بتاعه
But they paid no attention and went off, one to his farm,
وغيره للتجارة بتاعته،
another to his business.
والباقيين مسكوا العبيد بتوعه وشتموهم وقتلوهم.
While the rest seized his servants, treated them shamefully and killed them.
فلما سمع الملك اتضايق
The king was angry,
وبعت الجنود بتوعه ودمر القتلة دول
and he sent his troops and destroyed those murderers
وحرق المدينة بتاعتهم.
and burned their city.
بعدين قال للعبيد بتوعه:
Then he said to his servants,
أما الفرح فجاهز
The wedding feast is ready,
وأما المدعوين فما كانوش يستاهلوا.
but those invited were not worthy.
فروحوا بقى لمفارق الطرق
Go therefore to the main roads
وكل اللي تلاقوه اعزموه على الفرح.
and invite to the wedding feast as many as you find.
فخرج العبيد دول للطرق
And those servants went out into the roads
وجمعوا كل اللي لقوهم،
and gathered all whom they found,
أشرار وكويسين،
both bad and good.
فاتملى الفرح بالمعازيم.
So the wedding hall was filled with guests.
فلما دخل الملك عشان يبص على المعازيم
But when the king came in to look at the guests,
شاف هناك إنسان ما كانش لابس لبس الفرح.
he saw there a man who had no wedding garment.
فقال له: يا صاحب ازاي دخلت هنا وانت مش لابس لبس الفرح؟
And he said to him, Friend, how did you get in here without a wedding garment?
فسكت.
And he was speechless.
وقتها قال الملك للخدم:
Then the king said to the attendants,
اربطوا رجليه وايديه
Bind him hand and foot
وخدوه وارموه في الضلمة اللي بره.
and cast him into the outer darkness.
هناك بيبقى لياط وجس السنان.
In that place there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
لأنه كتار هيتعزموا
For many are called,
وقليلين اللي هيتقبلوا.
but few are chosen.
ساعتها راح الفريسيين وتشاوروا عشان يصطادوه بكلمة.
Then the Pharisees went and plotted how to entangle him in his words.
فبعتوا له تلاميذهم مع الهيروديسيين يقولوا:
And they sent their disciples to him, along with the Herodians, saying,
يا معلم نعرف انك صادق
Teacher, we know that you are true
وبتعلم طريق الله بالحق
and teach the way of God truthfully,
وما يهمكش حد
and you do not care about anyone's opinion,
لانك ما بتبصش لوشوش الناس.
for you are not swayed by appearances.
عشان كده قول لنا رأيك ايه؟
Tell us then what you think.
يجوز ندي جزية القيصر ولا لا؟
Is it lawful to pay taxes to Caesar or not?
فعرف يسوع خبثهم وقال:
But Jesus, aware of their malice, said,
ليه بتجربوني يا منافقين؟
Why put me to the test, you hypocrites?
وروني عملة الجزية.
Show me the coin for the tax.
فقدموا له دينار.
and they brought him a denarius.
فقال لهم:
And Jesus said to them,
لمين الصورة دي والكتابة دي؟
Whose likeness and inscription is this?
قالوا له: لقيصر.
They said,
Caesar's?
فقال لهم:
Then he said to them,
يبقى ادوا القيصر اللي يخص قيصر
Therefore, render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's,
ولله اللي يخص الله.
and to God the things that are God's.
فلما سمعوا اتعجبوا
When they heard it, they marveled,
وسابوه مشيوا.
and they left him and went away.
في اليوم ده جاله الصدوقيين اللي بيقولوا مفيش قيامة فسألوه وقالوا.
The same day Sadducees came to him who say that there is no resurrection, and they asked him a question, saying,
يا معلم، قال موسى لو حد مات وما عندهوش ولاد.
Teacher, Moses said, if a man dies having no children,
يتجوز أخوه مراته ويعمل خلفة لأخوه.
his brother must marry the widow and raise up children for his brother.
فكان عندنا 7 أخوات.
Now, there were 7 brothers among us.
اتجوز الأولاني ومات.
The first married and died,
ولما ما كانش عنده ولاد ساب مراته لأخوه.
and having no children, left his wife to his brother.
وبرضه التاني والتالت لحد 7.
So too the second and third, down to the 7th.
وآخر الكل ماتت الست كمان.
After them all, the woman died.
ففي القيامة لمين من ال7 تبقى زوجة؟
In the resurrection, therefore, of the 7, whose wife will she be?
عشان هي كانت للكل.
For they all had her.
فجاوب يسوع وقال لهم
but Jesus answered them,
بتوهوا عشان ما تعرفوش الكتب
You are wrong, because you know neither the scriptures
ولا قوة الله.
nor the power of God.
لأنهم في القيامة لا بيجوزوا ولا بيجوزوا.
For in the resurrection they neither marry nor are given in marriage,
لكن بيبقوا زي ملائكة الله في السماء.
but are like angels in heaven.
وأما من ناحية قيامة الميتين
And as for the resurrection of the dead,
فما قريتوش اللي تقلكوا من عند الله لما قال
have you not read what was said to you by God?
أنا إله إبراهيم وإله إسحاق وإله يعقوب.
I am the God of Abraham and the God of Isaac and the God of Jacob.
الله مش إله ميتين
He is not God of the dead,
لكن إله عايشين.
but of the living.
فلما سمع الشعب اتذهلوا من تعليمه.
and when the crowd heard it, they were astonished at his teaching.
أما الفريسيين فلما سمعوا إنه خرس الصدوقيين
But when the Pharisees heard that he had silenced the Sadducees,
اتجمعوا مع بعض
they gathered together, and
وسألوا واحد منهم وهو معلم للشريعة عشان يجربوا قال
one of them, a lawyer, asked him a question to test him.
يا معلم إني وصية هي الأعظم في الشريعة.
Teacher, which is the great commandment in the law?
فقال له يسوع
And he said to him,
تحب الرب إلهك من كل قلبك ومن كل نفسك ومن كل تفكيرك.
You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind.
هي دي الوصية الأولانية والأعظم.
This is the great and first commandment,
والتانية زيها
and a second is like it.
تحب قريبك زي نفسك.
You shall love your neighbor as yourself.
حوالين الوصيتين دول بتدور الشريعة كلها وكتب الأنبياء.
On these 2 commandments depend all the law and the prophets.
وقت ما كان الفريسيين متجمعين
Now, while the Pharisees were gathered together,
سألهم يسوع وقال
Jesus asked them a question, saying,
بتفكروا ازاي في المسيح؟
What do you think about the Christ?
ابن مين هو؟
Whose son is he?
قالوا له ابن داوود.
They said to him,
The son of David.
قال لهم امال ازاي بيناديه داوود بالروح رب لما قال
He said to them,
How is it then that David in the Spirit calls him Lord, saying,
قال الرب للرب بتاعي
The Lord said to my Lord,
اقعد على يميني
Sit at my right hand,
عشان احط اعدائك مكان ما بتحط رجليك.
until I put your enemies under your feet.
يعني لو كان داوود بيسميه رب
If then David calls him Lord,
يبقى ازاي يكون ابنه؟
how is he his son?
فمحدش قدر يجاوبه بكلمة.
and no one was able to answer him a word.
ومن اليوم ده محدش اتجرأ يسأله ابدا.
Nor from that day did anyone dare to ask him any more questions.